Hi guys and girls, welcome to the channel, Steve the Transit Camper. We are off on a stealth van camp tonight. We're going to be cooking in a van, got Cat the dog in the back, got Mrs. Baby sat next to me, and we're looking for a... Why? Yes, I have! I keep forgetting. So we're off to a haunted castle. We're going to try and park as close as we can to it, and we're going to have a walk around the ruins when it's dark, and we're going to see if we can see any of the famous ghosts of Whittington Castle. See you when we get there. So first job I've been given is to call in the spa and get some puddings. So I've just had a look. Hang on, let's turn this off so it's quiet. So I've just had a look at the parking, and it says, yes I did, and it said you can't park between 11:30 and 5 o'clock in the morning. There's a fine. So we don't want to risk it. We think it's really unlikely anybody's going to come out here, but we're not going to risk it. We're going to go across to the pub car park across the way. We'll park there. Could even have a Guinness. Now you suggested it.
You like that pub?
Yes, please.
It's a real oldie type pub.
An oldie world pub. Let's get over there and see if we can find a parking spot. Well, as you saw, we have parked in the pub car park, and it looks okay. And we're going to take Cat the dog now and see if it's a dog-friendly pub as well. We can sit there and have a Guinness. This has worked out a lot better than I thought it would. Let's crack on. So I'm just going to find out if dogs are welcome here. We can have a nice Guinness. If she's not welcome, we're still having a nice Guinness. So that's our little stealth camping spot there. Dogs are welcome. Let's go and get Cat the dog. Here's Cat the dog. She's glad to get out of the van. Come on, Mrs. Baby. Let's go and get you a drink. And there's the castle right across the road. I, of course, have done a load of history on this, so you're going to have to listen to it in a bit. Let's go and get a pint first, though. Beautiful. So we've had a pint. We're now heading to Whittington Castle, and we're just going to have a nice look at it. It's not much to see here really, but I'll tell you a bit about the history. Mrs. Baby's looking forward to that. And it's those windows where they've spotted some ghouls, and I'll tell you about them in a minute. So this is still a wedding venue. Only these two big towers remain, but you can get married here. And I take it that must be the wedding venue spot there.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Yes, it is.
No, it's a cafe.
Look over there. Oh yeah, that's the cafe, isn't it? Yeah, you're right.
I'm always right.
She thinks she's always right.
I am.
She's not always right, folks.
99.9% of the time.
99.9 is fair, but that's not always, is it? Unbelievable. Well, there's quite a bit to see here, actually.
Run this electric fence.
No, I will not. So I was to put my finger on the electric fence. Now then, let's have a look down here. She's bought some new wellies, and they're absolutely dreadful, and they're killing her feet already.
Not killing my feet, it's my legs.
Killing the backs of her legs. Too tight. Look here, this is good. Wow, look at that. Oh, that's marvellous. Can you stand on here? I think you can. Look at that. It's actual suspended floor. Wonderful. So this is a 12th century castle originally owned by William Peveril, who was a Norman knight. And he fought alongside William the Conqueror. We've all heard of him, haven't we?
No, we haven't.
I just switched on the recorder. The first thing she shouts is, "No, they haven't." So when William Peveril died in the mid-1200s, his son, Fulk Fitzwarren, took over.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. And it was... They had ownership, the Fitzwarren family, for many, many years. And there's a bit of a story as to how they got the power of the castle back.
No, there isn't.
She's just going to ruin this, isn't she? So, Fulk Fitzwarren, while he was waiting to take over ownership of this castle, was waiting on Richard the Lionheart to make a decision. But unfortunately, although Richard the Lionheart made the decision that the Fitzwarren family could take ownership of the castle, he died. And his brother, John, King John, took over. And sadly...
Big Johnny.
Big John, Big Bad John. And sadly, he didn't honour his brother's decision making, and he didn't give it to the Fitzwarren family. And this is what's led to the first ghost that appears in these castle grounds. Apparently, it's Fulk Fitzwarren who comes back to the castle to claim ownership. Although the Fitzwarren family did eventually get ownership, and it stayed in their hands for a long, long time, he's the guy that had to really fight for the castle, and he never owned it himself. So that's why they say Fulk III returns on horseback, and he can be seen in these grounds. We're hoping to see him tonight. No, we're not, because if I see anything like that, I'm gone. So because Fulk Fitzwarren didn't get ownership because of King John going against the agreement of Richard the Lionheart, he decided to become an outlaw, and he went against the king, King John, and he caused no end of trouble. And it took a long, long time before they finally decided that it was much easier to allow the Fitzwarrens to take ownership of the castle again. And that's indeed what happened. But he was fined many, many, what would it have been in them days? Pounds? Gold? I don't know. But he was fined lots and lots by King John in order to be able to take over ownership of his own castle, which is pretty terrible, really. Moving on, some 100 odd years, and King Llewellyn took over ownership of the castle when the Welsh and the English went to battle. It's getting really dark here now, so it's getting more and more difficult to read this speech that I've prepared that Mrs. Baby constantly keeps interrupting. I've just had my friend Karen phoning me while I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to remember my lines. She's ringing me. Mrs. Baby's in the background taking a mickey. This isn't going well, but I'm going to carry on. I don't care. I'll edit it up. That's what you get on Steve the Transit Camper. So, after the defeat of King Llewellyn, the castle once again returned to the Fitzwarren family. And there it remained under their ownership, untouched, unchallenged, for well over 100 years. But of course, we didn't stay settled in this country, in old Britain, for very long before Owen Glendower of the Welsh came along and he challenged and tried to invade once again. And this time he came to the town of Whittington, and although the castle wasn't touched too badly, all of the town around it was burnt to the floor. So the castle kind of went into disrepute, really. Nobody looked after it. The Fitzwarrens weren't much involved in it, and it just became a ruin. So time moved on, and in 1420, the last male heir to the castle from the Fitzwarren family sadly died. So what do you do with the castle then? They awarded it to his sister, and she then got married, and eventually her father-in-law owned the castle. But that wasn't without a challenge, because a cousin of the Fitzwarren family tried to siege the castle and take back ownership from the sister of the last surviving member of the Fitzwarren family. He was a distant cousin, tried to claim it. It was unsuccessful, and as I said, it remained under the ownership of that stepfather. Eventually, after a few hundred years, really, the Albany family took control of the castle. Whether they bought it or whatever, I could have found out, couldn't be bothered. And they kept it for a number of years, and in 1990, in recent modern times, it was sold to the community of Whittington, and they've done a marvellous job of looking after the castle grounds. They are open 24 hours a day, and you can go around the inside of the remaining part as well when it's open, sort of 9 till 5. So that's brilliant. Obviously, we're not going to get to see that today, but that'll all be modern inside. I like ancient history. I don't want to see it all modernised, but that's cool. And they have done a fantastic job. So, you know, congratulations to them for looking after their own local heritage and Whittington Castle. Right, now we've got that out of the way, let's look for some ghosts. So apparently, those windows that I pointed out when you enter the castle grounds, which are in the main towers behind me, 2 children were playing hide and seek. Nobody knows when. I don't know how many hundreds of years ago this is. But they got locked in a chest that was in the grounds of the castle, apparently, and they died, and you can still hear their screams every now and again. Very difficult to find an actual account of this, but I did see in 2015 the Shropshire Star, which is a local newspaper, did mention that, and they also mentioned that the chest, still locked, was being renovated. But that's like 2015, that's a long time ago, and I couldn't find anything else about it. So whether that was true or a myth, I do not know. The other ghost that you will see, as mentioned before, is Fulk Fitzwarren III, and he can be seen on horseback walking around the grounds on occasions. And another one in more recent history was a guy got hit by a cricket ball somewhere in the grounds, and it killed him in one of the main towers through an accident, apparently. And often he can be seen. So we'll have a look round, we'll see what we can see. And there was one more, which I'm just trying to think of. Oh yeah, it's just a sighting. It's just a guy that you see in a leather apron. So we'll have a look around now. Shout out if you see a ghost. If you do, phone me. Phone me and I will leave. I've got to say, right, I just come off there after saying something. Mrs. Baby said, "Why did you say horseback?" Because he can be seen on horseback. She said, "Where else is he going to ride it?" Absolutely true. And then she said, "I'm not American. We just ride the horse. We don't have to say we're riding horseback." You're so funny. Unbelievable. Trying to run a YouTube channel here. Here's a bit of the castle. Mrs. Baby has just said, is that somebody standing right over there? And there's a rainbow there. No, it's not, it's cloud. So you're looking right in the middle there, aren't you?
Oh no, my bad, it's a dog poo bin.
It's a dog poo bin. So that's our first ghost, a dog poo bin. Right, moving on around the grounds. We are losing the light pretty quick here now. There's plenty of stuff to read if you bring your family to Whittington Castle. Come on. She can't walk because her welly's hurt. So this is the moat, and that window there is where the children's faces have been seen, apparently. Both towers. We can only see the one tower from this side. Anybody see anything? Lots to see here, but it's all at ground level. Obviously they're not going to rebuild the castle. That's probably too much out of the funding, but they've done a cracking job. Fair play to you. Every castle had a deep watering hole inside. I suspect that's either that or it would be in the middle somewhere. There's Mrs. Baby. And Mrs. Baby has just pointed out, and she's going to be right, that was probably the well. Every castle had a well and a supply of water inside. So we're just going to film here for a minute and see if we see anything. A bus. Fantastic. So you can just about see that's the car park that we were going to stay in, but from 12:30 to 5 o'clock you're not allowed to be there. So is anybody going to knock on your van door at 3 o'clock in the morning? I doubt it very much. Now, if ever there was a ghostly window, it's definitely that. Is there a face? Have they put something there? Yeah, they've put a picture of something there. Yeah, that's a bit scary. Right, we've spent, how long have we spent here now?
5 minutes.
We haven't. We spent about 45 minutes just walking around there. Haven't filmed it all, but if you see some ghosts, this is Halloween, remember? We're going to head back to the van now, to our sneaky little spot, and cook something to eat because I'm starving. Okay, that does look awesome from the front. Just doing a bit of a video, see if anything appears. Nothing. There's Mrs. Baby making her way back to the van. And there is our stealth spot. Let's get in undetected. Here's Cat the dog, she's in. Mrs. Baby's taking her boots off. Trying to keep everything clean. I'll mess all that up in a minute. There's no one about here, look. We're all right, we're just gonna sneak in quietly. There's a couple of people just rocked up in a car, just at the back. I'm gonna wait for them to walk to the pub and then I'm gonna get in. Cat, get in the van. Right, oh yeah, I'm clear. And we are locked in. We can be a bit louder now. Because the soundproofing is amazing. I remember I was doing a stealth camp the one day and Big Jace found me and he was banging on the side of the door and I never heard him. I just slept through it. He was calling, Steve, I'm here, I'm here. Never heard him. Even Kat, well, she'll never shout, will she, babe?
No.
She stays really quiet anyway if someone's about, so she never heard him either. Right, let's get ourselves sorted and I'll be back with you. Right, we'll get some security cameras on. Let's see what's on display for us tonight. So we've got quite a nice view of the pub there. To the left, to the right, front and back. That one camera's a bit steamed up, but I'm sure that'll clear. So we have got a couple of beers. I don't know whether we need a straw. I'll go straight out the bottle. Thank you. What do we need this for? That's your sipper in the night, isn't it? No comment. Well, she's just pointed out to me she doesn't drink lager, but she does drink lager with a bit of black. And that's what that is. Bit of Budweiser. Nice. Not as good as Guinness, but I'll take it. Mrs. Baby's cooking tonight. I'm not sure what we're having, but I'm sure it'll be amazing. Drink of water for Cat the dog. There's a clue to what we're having. Here's Cat the dog, settled already. Some minced beef there, some oxo going on top. All looking good. So the future for the channel, we've got loads of videos planned, me and Big Jace.
No, we haven't.
Me and Mrs. Baby.
Yeah.
I've asked a couple of the lads that have been on the channel before to come back and do one with me as well. They're well up for it. So I got to plan all that. So, and you will see me and Big Jace hopefully with Survival Sam as well. So we're looking forward to that. We want to get back to those barrels. You'll know what I mean if you've watched the previous video. Meeting Survival Sam. This one here, look. It's just been suggested that we watch a scary film tonight. Not sure about that. It's quite a well-lit car park though, but I don't want to get edgy.
And we're locked in.
Yeah, we're locked in, but
And I'll protect you.
she'll protect me, so yeah, all right. We'll watch a scary film. Food's coming on. Oh, yeah, my favourite.
Cheap garlic, this is.
Cheap garlic.
Cheat.
Cheat garlic, yeah.
Because they were, pardon me, coming in the van.
Yeah, that's good. All stealth van meals are just the best. I love it. You wouldn't normally do this, would you?
I would.
You would, yeah. I just flicked this onto big screen. That van there on the left, we're debating whether that's a stealth van because of where he's parked.
He pulled up, didn't he, just as we were getting in ours?
Yeah, he pulled up just where you think, yeah, maybe he's gone for a beer and he's going to kip in there. We'll see if it's still there.
Push the beavers on.
The pastor has moved to one side and on goes the main. Got some movement here in the car next door to us.
No, we haven't.
Yes, we have.
Fighting.
They're not fighting, they're just getting in the car.
Sounds like they're fighting.
Sounds like they're fighting, she said. They're not fighting. I reckon they're off for a walk around the castle. Well, they might be doing B&B, perhaps. Definitely worth a visit to Whittington Castle. It is cool. Not much there, but it is nice. Right guys, I have decided to do a hidden competition. So, if you can tell me how many ghosts you see in this video, put it in the comments and I will pick a random winner and I'll PayPal the winner 20 quid. It's got to be good, hasn't it? So all you have to do is put your normal comment and just a number, how many ghosts you saw in this video. You've got to be right and you'll get 20 quid. PayPal. Mind your fingers. Looking good. Looking tired. Kat's decided to have a drink.
No, she hasn't.
Yes, she has. She's sniffing around for them chicken tikkas. She knows they're around. She'll have them. Things are looking good. What do we think of that, guys and girls? Oh, hang on. Oh, yes. Now we're talking. This is good. I've just had a bit, but I'm going to say taste test. But you could see I was chewing. I'm lying. Mamma mia! The pasta is beautiful. Is that a ghost then? I hope not. Oh, hello. Return of the pan. Yes, please.
It's hard to speak with spilling it with this spoon.
Thank you kindly, young sir.
You finished? Or keep going?
Well,
We'll just stuff like that for now.
perfect. Done a little taste for Cat the dog. Go on. She said you videoed me. Eat it. Unbelievable. It was only a matter of time. So we're going to have a look at these now. Goo. Zillionaires. Woohoo! Taste test. Oh, this looks good. This looks very good. Very strong. Beautiful.
What's it taste like?
Nice. It's not funny.
It is.
Just read the box properly. Salted caramel. Can't stand it.
It was nice before I told you it was salted caramel. Now it's horrible. But you're still eating it.
Oh, I don't like to leave her.
But you said it was really nice.
No, it's not.
That's because I told you it was salted caramel.
Oh, it's really salty.
It's not.
Isn't it?
And you love salt as well.
It's not for me, that. No, thank you. Now then. Dairy milk. She hasn't finished the first one yet. I'm in. This looks good. Oh yeah. Chocolate buttons.
With salted caramel.
There's no salted caramel in this. I'll just give her a few of these chicken tikka things as well. Just 4 of them. She can have the rest tomorrow. Loves chicken tikka, this girl. So we've been asked by 2 people tonight, one in the pub, one on the walk. Oh, lovely little puppy. How old's your little puppy? And we say 10. They're like, what? Yeah, she's 10. Unbelievable. Tiny. Cat the dog. Right, we're all tucked up in bed now. I'm not happy about this, but this is our pick. In for a penny. In for a pound.
Kazan, if you know what I mean. And Julian's parents are gonna be back. Oh, come on. It's a school night. Don't be a needy bitch. Get over here. Okay, I'll see you soon. We'll come over as soon as it's...
I know you're talking about smoking.
Scary film.
Against the rules. I'm telling my mom.
Well, I'm gonna tell your mom about your...
Right, guys, we are settling down now.
No,
Just
we're not.
no, we're not. It's 5 to 10.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Cat's a bit restless, but we are going to settle down and we'll see you in the morning.
No, we won't.
Yes, we will. So it's good night for me. And no comment for Mrs. Baby. See you in the morning. Good morning. It's 5 o'clock.
Cabin fever's up.
And cabin fever is up. Wants her collar on. Wants to go for a wee. So Mrs. Baby has got the arduous task of opening the door and letting her out for a wee. And because we're up, we may as well
Frosty out here. It's all frozen.
exit. It's what?
Frosty. It's all frozen.
She says it's frozen. Wow, is it that cold? Let's have a look at the cameras. Just looking at the cameras. Baby says she can hear the 5 o'clock church bells. I didn't hear them. You can just see. Is that Cat the dog in the top left one? Can't really make it out. But it really has been a peaceful night. Slept really well. We watched that film, that put me on edge. Although it was, the Halloween ones are quite corny, I think. Mike Myers. It did put me on edge. Don't like stuff like that, really. Not when I'm camping. Here she is, cabin fever. She's back.
She's had it blowing away.
Oh, don't tell everybody what she's had. It's private. But she's sorted, I always say. What are you doing now, Cat? We think she's got a fur ball because she does this funny squeaking thing for hours and then all of a sudden voms up a big fur ball. So we think we've got the big vom coming soon, don't we, baby?
She's clicking, that's why.
Clicking.
You can see it on the camera doing it.
Yeah.
Of course you can't now. She stopped as soon as I said that.
She does that, loads of it. And then we know that there's a fur ball coming. Oh, God.
I think she needs to go home.
Well, we didn't bring stuff for coffees on this one. So we're actually going to hightail it out of here, we've decided, haven't we, baby?
Yeah.
5:15.
I got told off.
You got told off?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I didn't bring milk and stuff.
Yeah, she did get told off because she didn't bring any milk. So she's had a real telling off now and she's really sorry about it and she's going to try and do better next time, aren't you, baby? No comment. Right, let's get up.
You have to open my door, remember? I know. Ow, you dick.
Just kicked Mrs. Baby getting out. Right in the shin. So here we are. A few cars appeared, one here. They'll probably be staying at the hotel. Right, we are going to disappear now. It's 5:15. I said it was 5:15 5 minutes ago, surely. Yeah, but it's 5:15. We're going to head out of here. If you want to enter that competition, finishes on Wednesday. So this comes out November the 1st. Following Wednesday, it's closed. Everybody's in a hat. And that's the way it'll be. Right, you've been watching Steve the Transit Camper and Mrs. Baby. And we're going to see you next time. Thanks for watching the Halloween Steve the Transit Camper. See you, everyone. No comment.